Alright, so first off, I'm going to be talking about the product selection and validation part of this case study. So in the course, the first step is picking your proven product and validating it to make sure that it's proven to sell. And so I'm going to explain quickly how I did that for this product here. So the product is the gel seat cushion. I saw an ad for it on my feed and it immediately caught my attention because it matches the product validation checklist criteria, right? So as soon as I saw this, I knew that I wanted to test it almost right away because, it meets all of the criteria that I talk about. And so you could have found this by searching in spy tools and sorting by top ads. So I'm going to show you an example of that in a second. But I actually just saw it in my feed, so I kind of got lucky because I was looking for something new for the new case study, and then I just saw an ad for this, and I was like, oh, this might work, and I tried it. And so this is what the product looked like. 300 orders on AliExpress. This is like the bigger size that I went for, so like $16, and I managed to get this down with my agent. So that's the product. And so this is the checklist. I actually copied over the checklist. If you go to the product selection module, there's this PDF checklist here, but I'm just going to go over each point to show you that this really does meet like literally each point of the checklist. Does the product solve a problem or improve quality of life? Yes, right? This solves a bunch of problems like back pain, a lot of pressure on your tailbone, poor posture, there's a ton of different pain points that you can sell this at, and it also improves the quality of life, right? It makes seats more comfortable, right? If you're uncomfortable sitting all day, having a comfortable cushion is going to improve your quality of life. And so it meets this first point. Does the product have a large target market? Yes, right? It's just a cushion, like anyone can use a cushion, and a ton of people have these problems, and so it has a large target market. Is the product new or hard to find in traditional stores? Yes, it's new. I don't know if it's hard to find in traditional stores, but it's relatively new still. Is the product unique and impressive? Yes, it looks super cool. It's got this honeycomb design. So yes, it's unique and impressive. Is the product in an uptrend or downtrend? It's in an uptrend. If you look on Google Trends, if you look up seat cushion in the last 5 years, it's just been a steady uptrend. So there's increasing demand for seat cushions over time. Are there any competitors doing well with this product? Yes. So before I tested it, I went on AdSpy, and I'm going to show you this in a sec, and I found a few competitors just to make sure that it was selling. It was in fact selling. Does the product have a track record of selling well? Yes, and you can check this. You can go on Amazon, for instance, and you can see all the seat cushions that are selling. There's a ton of seat cushions that are selling super well, and so I knew that this is a product that has a track record of selling well. Would you or someone you know be interested in buying this product? And so this is another great point, and this definitely, when I first saw the ad for this, I kind of wanted to try the cushion, right? Because I sit all day, and so I thought that maybe it'd be comfortable. And I talked about it to a few friends, and they all kind of want to try it, right? It's because the ad makes it look really comfortable, it makes it look cool, and so you want to try it. And so that also matches this point here. And so as you can see, it matches all of the checklist points that I cover for what a proven product looks like. All right, so I'm on AdSpy now, and this is a competitive research tool for Facebook ads, and I'm going to have a link to a free trial below. It is a paid tool, but if you use my link, you can get a free trial. And I'm also going to put a link for a free version of this tool. So it's similar to this tool. It's just it's not as good, but it's free. And so if you don't want to use AdSpy, you can use the free version. It's called Big Spy, and I'm going to have the link to both of those spy tools below. And those tools are the best way to validate if there's any competitors running, a certain product. And so what I did is in the ad text filters, I put gel cushion, and then I just sorted it by likes to see what would pop up. And you can see right here, they're selling that cushion, right? So I think this is the same ad that I saw. This is the ad that everyone was using, and this is stolen content from As Seen on TV, so definitely wouldn't recommend running this as an ad. But I think this is the one I saw, and this told me that the product is probably selling, right? There's another one here, and so on. So you guys get the point, and you could look for different keywords, right? Maybe they didn't use gel cushion in their ad copy, but you could test searching for seat cushion and find other competitors this way, right? And so I found a few competitors that were selling it. That told me that the product was selling, and I also did the other validation with the checklist, and so I knew that this was probably a good product, and it was worth testing for sure. All right, so now I want to talk about just a few more reasons why this was a good product, and then I'm going to talk about just a few of the downsides. This is a good product type to build a one product brand around, right? You can definitely build a brand around just seat cushions or something. So it works well for a one product store strategy versus if you're selling just a shirt or something, right? In my opinion, just selling one item of clothing doesn't work as well for a one product brand type thing, but this is a good product type. When I saw the product, I could picture what a one product brand for that product looks like, and that was Cloud Cushion, right? And so that's why that was another reason that made me want to test this product. Another reason is that it has a relatively high perceived value, right? There's a lot of people selling this for $60, $70, and so you can sell it for a lot and get a good average order value. So for me, I sold it for $40, and the average order value was like 45 or so. Another reason is that there's a large market for seat cushions, and I said you can check this on Amazon. If you just look on Amazon seat cushions, you'll see that there's a ton of different seat cushions, not just this type of like gel cushion, but just seat cushions in general. You can see that this is a huge niche, and there's a lot of demand for it. It's a large market. Now I read that it's applicable for both men and women, and this is great because in my experience, most of the winning products for like dropshipping tend to focus on women, right? And so men, they tend to be cheaper to target. If you have a product that's really good for men and women, then you can target both, and usually men will be cheaper to target. And this is the case. This is what I saw indeed with the Cloud Cushion store, is that a lot of my sales came from men, and it was quite cheap to target them. Another reason is that there's multiple different marketing angles for the product, right? There's different ways to position this product as there's different pain points that you can target. You can talk about how it just improves your quality of life. You can talk about how it reduces back pain, it improves posture, all these different claims that you can make about the product. So there's a bunch of different angles for this product. Now, just a few downsides. This is something that I realized after I started running the product. It's a trademarked product, and so you can get in issues if you're not careful. And so if you use some of the content, then they can take you down and you can get into trouble because it's a trademarked product. And so you have to be careful with this. Another downside is that it's competitive because there's big players in the niche. An example of these big players is Purple. Purple is a huge player in this like seat cushion market, and they've already sold a ton of these, and they've already saturated a lot of the best audiences for seat cushions, right? And so it's a very competitive niche, and it's hard to stay consistent if you want to build a consistent business. You have to play against these big players here. And the last downside is that it's quite expensive. Like I said, that there's a good high perceived value, and you can get a good average order value, but you also have to, the product actually costs a lot, right? I sourced a few different options, and my agent gave me a few options that were cheaper than 13.7, but the product just didn't look good, and it was also like way smaller than I show on my website, and so I had to go for the 13.7 one, which is pretty expensive, right? Like I'm selling it for $40, and it's costing me 13.7, so I don't even have 3x. I have just under 3x markup for my price. And so that was another downside with this product, is that it's expensive. And so there are some downsides with this product. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you jump on this product. I just wanted to show you an example of how to set up a one product store and launch it and so on with this second case study in the course. And so that covers it for the product selection lesson, and I'm going to move on to the next lesson.